The iLLANOiZE app is available now on Apple and Google Play Store. Download the app, get the latest news, stream our podcasts, watch interviews, and listen to iLLANOiZE Radio live. Download the app right now.
You tuned in to iLLANOiZE Radio, Chicago's most valuable online radio show, and you recently heard Joel Q with Sleep Money. Again, shout out to our sponsor, Coco's Potion, for keeping us right. Y'all can follow Coco's Potion on Instagram at Coco's Potion. She got you covered with some of the best handmade custom drinks. Of course, download that iLLANOiZE app. Subscribe to us on YouTube if you're watching on YouTube. Definitely if you're streaming us, or if you haven't streamed our podcast, we're available on your preferred podcast platform. Search iLLANOiZE Radio, subscribe, follow, download. And as we like to do at this time, we bring you the illest guests from around the city and globe. And today we got the homie Joel Q in the building.
We gotta get like a platinum plaque for you, bro.
Man,
like you're like family now. You need your own key.
Oh, me, man. Go ahead and set it up, cuz.
You gotta get like a hall. We gotta get a Hall of Fame.
A Wall of Fame on the real.
Because he was here in the beginning.
Yeah,
for sure. Hey, man.
We got insure mics now.
He was with us.
Y'all snap.
We was
with $20 mics.
We was struggling. Man,
hey, bro, it's a process, bro. Everything can't start the way you want to see it. As long as you start, you know what I'm saying? That's all that matters. So I'm here for the long run.
It's funny because our last interview with you said that. You said you see good things coming to everybody around you.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And
for sure.
A year later, everybody's doing pretty good, especially during a time like this.
Yeah, bro, that's God, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's just tapping in. You know, I was just talking to my cousin, like, you know, during this pandemic, I just been really tucked in and really just trying to not be distracted by too much chaos so I can really hear what I need to hear. You know what I'm saying? And have my eyes open to what I really need to see, and just, you know what I'm saying, I really still feel the way I felt, you know what I'm saying, a year ago. And it seemed like it's manifesting like you said. So, you know, just that's all him. I ain't got nothing to do with that.
Shout out
what
God.
Have you what have you seen? What have you heard?
Really it's been personal, you know what I'm saying, with me. It's just been I just been getting clear directions on the next steps I need to do moving forward as Joel Q, and you know what I'm saying, as just being who I am, you know what I'm saying, outside of being Joel Q. So it's really just been some very extremely clear directions, and I just been making sure I did it. But all those things would, you know, come to pass, you know what I'm saying, eventually though.
What's been the hardest part of the pandemic for you?
Honestly, the hardest part would probably be just going to the lab. Like, I miss being in the studio, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Actually, like, you know what I'm saying? The whole nine. Like, I still been cooking, though, but we just haven't been in the lab, and that's really what I miss. As an artist, you know what I'm saying? As just a civilian or whatever the case, you know what I'm saying? I do teach, and everybody know that. I miss my babies, though, you know what I'm saying? I miss them, so, yeah. But besides that, I ain't gonna lie, I've been at peace. I can't even front my moves.
I feel that.
What's been keeping you motivated? You know, though you haven't been able to get out to the studio, what's been keeping you motivated to continue to put that pen to the pad?
Bro, I love this, bro. You feel me? Like, this is like a passion. Like, I'm an addict. Like, this pandemic made me realize I'm an addict, bro. Like, I'm a real addict when it comes to this music, bro. Only thing I didn't do is scratch, bro. Everything else, bro, I felt like I had withdrawals. Like, I was like, gee, I have to cook. I have to go to the studio. And that's what made me end up buying a keyboard. Because I was like, while I got this time, I want to just learn a new skill. Yeah, so I get about 2 hours in a day. I've been slacking, though, for the past, week, though. But since I bought it, which was on May 9th, I wrote it down. So I'm like, by May 9th of next year, I want to see how much I got better. But, yeah, I just been trying to learn stuff new. I've been listening to a lot of interviews, just getting game, and just knowing, like, okay, you know, when it is time to branch back off, you know, what else can you bring to the table outside of the fact that you know how to rap? And yeah, bro, that's, you know, it's just a lot, bro. Just trying to stay creative, you feel me?
I gotta know too, out of all the instruments in the world, you chose keyboard. Why keyboard?
Bro, I always wanted to learn how to play the keys, bro. And then I always saw myself having this real nice crib and a piano right there, and I just get tired of like me and my girl are like, I'm just, some people want it all for no reason. Just going, you feel me?
I bet you ain't playing the right keys, though.
Oh, no.
Joel Keys in the building, everybody. Joel Keys in the building. On the real.
Oh man, now you've been working. You dropped a project, EP.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely caught everybody by
Off guard.
surprise.
Hey man, you know
Yeah,
me,
it was
man.
so unlike you to drop something randomly.
Hey man,
Like I was like, Joel finna drop a mixtape. Or he
I'm
finna drop
dead.
an EP.
I'm dead. Hey, that's just the way, I'm just a fan of the element of surprise. I never want to be predictable because even in real life, like if you pull up on somebody too many times, you at that point it's now like, at first I used to love when you pull up. Now you're getting irritated. You know what I'm saying? So I always just want to slide just in a quick. You know what I'm saying? You ain't even see this coming, but I'm here, and I want to be enjoyable too. Though I don't want to just slide it like, man, this nigga.
Go ahead, do you?
This nigga didn't even have to pull up. Like he could have stayed where he was at. He just pulled up goofy as hell. You know what I'm saying? So I make sure, like, if I'm gonna come through like that, I'm gonna make sure it's worthwhile. You feel me? So that's always.
It was
how
definitely
I know.
worthwhile when
Agreed.
you pulled up because I was listening because you sent it to me. I was editing. I was like, I can't even edit this. Like I forgot like what I was doing. I'm like, why am I supposed to be doing something? Oh, he did say nigga like 3 times. Let me
I'm
go.
dead.
He said shit. I was like, man.
And that's another thing, just not to cut you off, but that's another thing. Like just the project, I definitely made sure like I did bare minimum, you know what I'm saying, cursing on that too. Cause I always think about my shorties, you know what I'm saying, when I make music, and I'm like, man, like could they say, oh, this is my teacher? You feel me? Could they
Right.
say that? Well, would they want to present this song
Okay.
or whatever? And it's like they, you know what I'm saying, OGs, and I'm like, well, why is he? So I'm like, even though I'm still an artist, so I'm gonna do me regardless. But it's like, this was the time I was like, I want to bring everybody to it, so the shorties can listen to it. If you're a teenager, you can listen to it. The adults can obviously listen to it. So that was another thing.
Do you find it? I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Do
Go
you
ahead,
find
sis.
it hard not to curse in your music? Like, do you find yourself like accidentally cursing? Like, shit, I was not supposed to say shit.
Not really, cause I ain't gonna lie. Like my guys know who like been knowing me all my life. They know like I was like a 9. You couldn't pay me to cuss for years. You know what I'm saying? Like that's who I was. Like mouth was squeaky clean at one point in time. Then niggas started getting stressed out. But no, but, you feel me? And when it was like that, that implemented in my raps too. So like 06, 07, 08, even 05, even though I was probably like 5th grade, like I didn't have not one cuss word, and I used to like be on the block rapping, and niggas would be like, bro, that little nigga didn't even just cuss, bro, and he's still going crazy. So I always knew I had the ability to do that, but sometimes I just got to get that fucking out. Like, man, it just sounded a little bit harder. You feel me? So yeah, that's what it is.
Express yourself. In the album, I heard you've been out in L.A.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
yeah.
And I got the abbreviate. One of the reasons why you named the album, the name,
It's
named it.
amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah, I peeped
because of
Phil
L.A.
Jones. We was
Yeah, we
here.
was
Wait,
here. We was here.
Oh, I didn't know this.
Yeah.
Because I was gonna ask you, like,
I did.
see, me, I was gonna ask you this because during a time right now of a pandemic, everybody, some got the unemployment rate is sky high. Some people, their life isn't as amazing. So I wanted to ask you, what made you present that title for your EP?
I am so happy you asked that. Oh, thank you for asking me that. Outside of the fact that it stands for LA, and it was low key me and a producer Walt who made Sleep Money and Off Top. Shout out Walt if you listen to this, you my dog for sure. Me and him was gonna cook up a few tracks, and then it was just gonna be called Life Amazing strictly because it's a LA producer with a Chicago rapper. But I just wanted to incorporate, you know what I'm saying, the crib. So obviously, my boy Breezo got on there and all that. But outside of that, a lot of people may not know that the song Let It Snow, Let It Snow, Let It Snow.
Right.
So that song was made in the summertime, right? Doesn't make sense at all because it's hot. So I took the approach where, like, although we're going through something, let me give y'all something that y'all really looking forward to. And let me remind y'all, like, no matter what, like, life still is amazing because you waking up, you breathing, you still got food, you still got your family, all that. So those were the two approaches I took, you know what I'm saying, making a
That's dope.
That is dope.
You just put me on. I ain't know about the Let It Snow joint.
Yeah,
Now,
made that in it was like a super duper hot day, and I guess he just got influeed. It was like,
He
you
was
know
hot
what,
as hell. Big snow today.
on my mama, and he
hot.
created that.
Ball sweating. Too bad. Okay.
now we got Bud Billiken in Q. That's a historical parade. Break down what made you record this record and place it on the EP.
Originally it was gonna be called Bronzeville, because that's where I stay now. But I'm not from Bronzeville, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, nah. And then that was too narrow. And I wanted it to be just a little more wider, but not wide where it's like outside of Chicago. And I'm like, you know what? If nobody else know, Black Chicago for sure know the Bud, you know what I'm saying? And it just became that. You know what I'm saying?
That right there, classic.
Thank you.
The way you did that, bro, I was like, he on another level.
Yeah,
Appreciate
and it's
that
the
a lot,
intro.
man,
it's
straight
the
up.
introduction to the
bro.
to the
I gotta
project.
take you to Chicago first. We gonna get to LA later, but you gotta come home first, you know what I'm saying?
Make sure to check out the iLLANOiZE playlist in which we provide you with the latest tracks we play live on our show. Head over to Spotify and search iLLANOiZE Radio to follow our playlist as well as follow our podcast. Now let's get back to the show.
Yo, what's up? It's your girl Pretty Right, and you just tuned back into the illest, the dopest, the rawest fucking radio show in the city of Chicago. Ooh, excuse my French. I'm sorry, mama, because I know you listening. Look, if you are tuning in for the very first time, I'm sorry. Bad first impression, but hit that subscribe button. Download. I don't know if you streaming me. If you just hear my voice, then I need you to hit that little button with the little cloud, because I know you got an iPhone, because I hope you're not Android out here like that. But if you do got an Android, we got you covered too, so I'm not even going to come on y'all. I'm not going to come at y'all like that. And I'm really just talking a lot because this Coco's potion is now gone. It's nothing left in my cup. So shout out to my girl because she's been getting us right for a whole month now. Yes. And I'm almost out of breath, so let me just introduce Joanna Keys. Hi, how you doing?
You really did just one word this whole...
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, the entire time I'm like, gee, how is she doing this?
That's
how my mama just going. I'm like, she ain't used. I'm waiting for the... You feel me? Like, didn't happen. I'm like, gee, she is a dog.
You can swim, can't you? You can hold your breath for a long time.
I can float.
Yeah.
That's
all that matters. That's close. You can hold the breath.
She definitely just
killed
that.
You been enjoying your Coco's potion, my brother?
Man, Coco, you cold. You know what I'm saying? You definitely a dog. I ain't get a lot because I wanted to make sure I came home. You know what I'm saying? So,
well, with all them roadblocks out there, you know, you're going to have to reroute a couple times.
Lord,
but
bro, it's terrible.
You'll be at the crib. Now, you know, I mean, since we on that topic, let's speak on, you know, your thoughts on police reform and, you know, of course, justice served well for what's been going on lately. Let's hear your thoughts on things.
Oh, man, where do I start? Jeez, there was so much going on. I would say I am happy to see what's going on, first and foremost. I'm happy to see that we finally getting the people attention. You know what I'm saying? I think that's really dope. That's a start, you feel me, if nothing else. There's definitely a lot of ways to go. You know, we spoke off camera about how we can't stop, you know what I'm saying? We can't get comfortable. And I think that's one of the main things that we kind of jag on every time we get those steps forward. We just be chilling like, all right, fine, we got another victory. And then it'd be like, you know what I'm saying? What do we do now? It's like, bro, keep going, bro. Do not stop. Because at the end of the day, this is what we doing. Like, well, not even realistic. Metaphorically speaking, this is what we doing. We're being children. Every time we do that, we're being children because we're constantly saying, Mama, let us do it again. Daddy, let us. It's like, bro, we have to stop being in positions where we got somebody else making our decisions, period. You feel me? And until we do that, we got to keep going. Because at the end of the day, we happy that somebody made a decision for us to lock somebody up. That shouldn't even be the case at all anyway. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yes, that's dope that we're, you know what I'm saying, victorious in a way, but we still victorious only off the strength they made the decision. If he didn't make the decision, we still blue. So we have to come in positions where we're making the decision. You know what I'm saying? And until we're doing that, we still losing. You feel me? And that's what it is.
That's real.
Yeah, no,
that's real. So what's one of the things that you witnessed during this whole thing that kind of put a smile on your face?
Man, it's been a lot, Joe. Like, I could go all day, but I do like the fact that we have allowed people who may not live in communities where this was like enforced, just black community etiquette. You know what I'm saying? I feel like people are now, although a lot of communities are messed up and all that, you know, I get that. But I feel like now people are starting to have pride in black businesses. I feel like a lot of people just didn't even like understand what it means to have black businesses around you. You know what I'm saying? Because we not really taking these things serious like that. Like, we obviously are, but that's just because we just know. And we are creators and influencers ourselves. So it's like we want y'all to balance of what we got going on too. But for those who just like your average Joe, like some of them don't understand like what it means to go to a shop and that person look like you because he's the owner and not just he got employed. You know what I'm saying? So I think that was it's real dope to see that people protecting the home. That's real cool. I also, like, man, you spoke like, man, bro, we both had scenarios where we seeing real gang members, you feel me? Like, nah, we ain't on that right now. Like, that can hold, and hopefully it never comes back up. But to see that too is like what we stated already. When if we are all in better situations, I have really no reason to get on that with you unless I'm just a straight hater. Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like me and my mans was just talking about how it wasn't going on, and I forgot what area he said, but I'm like, man, bro, at the end of the day, if I got $1 million, you got $1 million, I got a Rari, you got a Rari, like, what do I want from you?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Why would I beef with you? Why would I steal something from you? Because 10 times out of 10, I can get it myself. I ain't gonna be mad. I'm like, I see you. I'm finna go get me one tomorrow. You know, like, I don't have to rob you for it.
Right.
I got my bag up too. I'm gonna get one too. Like, you know, and that's the main. I ain't gonna say the main, but that's one of the reasons why we end up becoming criminals, because it's already been a process since Mayor Daley Sr. put us all in the projects, limited our resources, put the drugs in there, put liquor stores all over. Based on where we stay at, we can't get no jobs because they looking on our profile like, okay, well, you stay over here. Nope. You know what I'm saying? We not going to, they not accepting us for college just because of the same reason, because where we stay at, who we are, what's our name. If your name's Shaniqua, you not getting a job, you know. So it's always been this long process, and our generation is just kind of the ones that's really, I guess, being birthed from that. And a lot of people don't see it. Like, nah, we've been hurting for a long time, bro. This has been a process that they created for us, and then got the nerve to act like y'all don't understand why we like you made it this way, bro. What you mean? Like, dude, this was systematically created. What do you like? That's the way it go. That's the reason why we like this. So for those people who are in those circumstances that were looting, I'm like, what you think gonna happen, bro? Like, if you hungry, you throw a steak, it can have some mud on it. He's gonna eat that steak, bro. That man hungry. Like,
True.
He's starving, bro. It don't matter where it came from, who it was. So if I'm broke, and like, matter of fact,
that's why I don't judge people who I see digging garbage cans.
You feel me? And I ain't like, and then you got to think like us. We probably would have. I don't know. We probably would have hit. Like, if we was to do that, we already got the mindset that we not gonna do it. But if we was to do that, we would probably hit a bank, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Get our racks up. If it was a way to do some credit stuff, we'd hit that. These people were hitting for shoes and clothes,
and
G.
food.
And food.
And
that tells you a lot, bro. I'm not stealing no food, bro. You're not gonna catch me doing that. You feel me? Mm-hmm. I don't need clothes. I don't need shoes, bro.
They get into them banks and them ATMs.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm on. If I'm gonna do it,
right.
So that got
life or something.
So I gotta tell you, like, this is the mentality that these people have, bro. These people are stealing clothes and shoes, G. That means where are they living at? You know what I'm saying? What do they really have when they go back to the crib? So it's like, you know, you got to understand that. Now, those people who greedy, you just dirty. You know what I'm saying? You bogus.
Don't forget
you
medicine.
Bogus.
Yeah.
All these things. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, a lot of these people were in positions where if the opportunity came, they were not finna just let that just pass up. I just looked at it like, wow, you know, I would never do it. But they, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Whatever. But it's like, you know, y'all can't judge these people. At the end of the day, you don't know what they got going on. Just be blessed that you in a position that you don't have to do it.
Now, I got to ask you as well, you know, Mayor Lori Lightfoot proposed a $10 million fund to areas on the west side and the south side that was heavily looted. Do you feel like that's enough?
That's a heck of a start. You know what I'm saying? I think that's tight. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, I feel like as long as it's distributed the right way and it hit, you know what I'm saying? Like my boy Heavy Crown said, preferably black-owned businesses, I think it will help recycle the bread into the rest of the communities, and then eventually we can start having our own little Black Wall Street, our own Rosewood, you know what I'm saying? So,
my brother. Now, you know, we got to get back into the music. Now, you said Life Amazing was kind of based off L.A. Mm-hmm. We've all been seeing you travel to L.A. lately.
Yes, sir.
What's the love like that down there? I mean, what's the love like down there for you?
Man, it's different, bro. Like, it was funny. I was reading this, and this ain't even really no shot to Chicago, because I get love out here. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes I don't even really realize till I like really step out. But this dude It was a little, y'all probably saw it on y'all Facebook too. It was like a little passage or whatever. Not even a passage, I'm lying. It's like a paragraph. And the father gave his son this car. It was like an old car or whatever it was. And he was like, take it to the pawn shop. Pawn shop was like, man, $100. Yeah. And then, so basically it's just like, well, for those who may not know, like the shorty ended up taking it to somewhere and they was trying to give him $100K for it. Now, mind you, the other two stores trying to give him $100, $1,000. And he was basically saying, like, you know, don't think that you're not valuable because you're just in the wrong space. You know what I'm saying? Like, you may go somewhere else and they actually see what you're doing, see who you are, and then, you know what I'm saying, you're going to be getting what you know you worth. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, when I came out there, bro, man, I get anytime I'm out there and I'm on some performing or I'm in the lab or whatever, like, I get love, bro. And it honestly started with, shout out my boy Prez, man. He was the reason why I ended up opening for Daylight. And at that show, like, that's when I knew, like, okay, I'm be out here. Yeah, I'm be out here for a few times because they show big love, bro. Like,
it sound like you enjoy
big love.
It sound like you enjoy Cali from listening to the ending of the project. It sound like Cali, like your second home.
Yeah,
like
it is, bro.
What's something
really
like you really enjoy when you in Cali? What's the first thing you got to do when you touch down?
Hey, it's funny because this is not like cool. If people in Cali are probably like, man, you bogus, but like. What's the name? Me and my girl gotta go to Jack in the Box, bro. We go there every time. It's just traditional at this point. Like that's why I like had to get a disclaimer before I even went there. Like it's not cool and none of that. But we be eating there all, and not that like it's just like overly fat. It's just so close to the crib because you know her family's out there. Her sister stay probably like 5 minutes away from the Jack in the Box, and oftentimes we get there either extremely early or super late, and that be the only place open. So every time we touch down, we go straight to Jack in the Box, eat, go to her sister's house, go to sleep, and we wake up and then we start moving. So like when I get there, like I have to do that. Like,
so what's one of the things? Right. What's one of the things about Cali that you saw where you was like, I be seeing this in movies?
Man, bro, a lot. But you know, I immediately saw Holy Moly. You know, and of course that's not a real, but I saw the big donut. I instantly thought
Holy
of Friday.
moly,
like, wait,
donut
you know what I'm saying? So that's one of the main things. The graffiti, you know what I'm saying? Definitely when I went through Compton, like I actually saw like a whole lot of like, you know what I'm saying?
Gang tag.
Yeah, a whole lot of like blood, you know. I don't really know what to call it. I don't want to disrespect none of that, but it was definitely a lot of gang culture, and I'm like, yeah, it's really that. You
colors.
know what I'm saying? Yeah, colors. Like colors is such a thing, bro. You feel me? Depending on where you at, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna speak too much on that because I don't really know about it too tough, but right. I do know it's a thing. Like the tattoos that you get, you know what I'm saying? You may get questioned, or the hat that you might wear, you know what I'm saying? You may get questioned. Like if you wear a White Sox hat, depending on, you know what I'm saying, where you at, you know, they might get on that with you.
You can't say I'm from Chicago and this is my favorite team.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's definitely that, you know what I'm saying? They a little bit more structured when it comes to you know what I'm saying, the gang coach out there. But besides that, bro, it's just peaceful, bro. It's very inspiring being out there, you know what I'm saying, to me, because first and foremost, a lot of my family is out here. So it don't take nothing to get out there, and I already know I got big dreams, and also I just want to be able to provide for my family and get them something different. Like I want to have them like, yeah, my mama and them finna come out here, you know what I'm saying, spend some time with me or whatever. Like if they need a vacation without actually going somewhere, or even spending money, period. It's like, nah, just go see your son. Your son in LA, just take a little vacay out there. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot that goes into that with me wanting to be out there though.
What does it do for you creatively?
Oh man, it make me want to go harder, bro, because I want to stay out there, and the only way I'm gonna stay out there is if I go hard. You feel me? So it just made me want to really get to it. Like that's why another thing I do when I get out there, I go to Beverly all the time. I go to Bella, I go to Calabasas. I just drive through and just look at the cribs and just manifest like that's gonna be mine. I need that, you know what I'm saying? I'll sit there for a minute till somebody probably tell us we gotta leave because we, you know what I'm saying, disturbing the peace or whatever the case. But yeah, that's another thing me and my girl like really like to do. We go out there and just kind of sit and just watch and be like, man, you know, that one, that's the one. And we might see one bigger or whatever the case, but like I say, it's just all motivational purposes, bro.
Now, before we get into your last single, I want to ask you as well, you know, you speak highly of your lady, beautiful lady.
Oh, yeah, for sure,
y'all
man,
have a
that's
beautiful
queen.
relationship. Like how is it being in a relationship where it's just filled with creativity? You doing your thing, she's doing her thing. Like, how is that?
You know what, bro? I must say this is something that I did not ask for. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even know I would really want it. I always knew that I wanted a girl that's gonna support me, because I know that could be hard. You know what I'm saying? You being an artist and you running into females, you know what I'm saying, and they at you sometimes or whatever the case. And then when you get bigger, they even more at you. So you at that point you gotta pray to God, like, hey man, look, keep that in your pants, bro. Don't tweak. You feel me? But so that's already one thing that you gotta always keep in mind. But like, man, I must say, even though I ain't asked for it, I love it though. You know what I'm saying? I love that she got my back. Sometimes I be on her, like, okay, because she just be thirsty to give me ideas, bro. I tell her like this one, okay, you should do this. But you gotta embrace things like that, because I could be in a situation where I'm telling somebody something and they just like this, like, what you say? Oh yeah, that's cool. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Doing everything else and not even tapped into what I'm passionate about. So I would rather take that than, you know what I'm saying, anything else any day.
I think y'all got a dope thing going on. Like, I love seeing you at the shows performing.
Yeah, she be
and
right
she
in
singing
front.
every
man, bro,
word.
man,
Like,
bro.
I be like,
Man, biggest fan, number one cheerleader, all that. And she ain't gonna let you say she not. You feel me? Like, she proud. Like, nope, yeah, I am.
and she bringing her whole squad
Oh,
with
yeah,
her.
on me, for sure,
the
for
real.
sure. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Definitely.
love. Black
Shout
love
out.
is beautiful.
Kenny.
Shout out Kenny Minks. We gonna give
Oh, yeah,
we gonna give her love. You feel me? No,
Go ahead,
I'm just playing.
go
Nah, you was
ahead,
right.
go ahead, go ahead.
Hey man, ladies, if y'all watching this and your lash is bogus, because I seen it a few times, go to Kenny Minks. You know what I'm saying? Shorty get you together. You hear me?
Baby,
Together, man.
on my mama and your mama, she gonna get you right. You feel me? Go get at her.
Now, Life Amazing is out now. Let people know where they can stream it. And, of course, you got to let people know about this Bellflowers record as well.
Oh yeah, Bellflower is very personal too. So back to my lady. I'm giving her too much promotion. But her sister lives in Bellflower, California, and it was gonna be called something else. I really didn't know what. I wanted it to be called something that's real cultural, like Bud Billiken. But I'm like, I never felt that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to be disrespecting people from LA. Be like, man, he tweaking that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, nah, let me just bring it home. When I'm out there, I'm usually in Bellflower, California, until I get to LA and start moving. So yeah, that's where it's at. So
Before we get into that, what's up with the shirts, man? I see
Oh
you walked
yeah,
in with
man,
the
never
shirt.
stop. You know what I'm saying? I just LLC'd it and made sure everything official. You know what I'm saying? So it's now definitely a business, and I got a lot of that goes back to, like, you know what I'm saying, me really listening and following instructions that I've been told to do. Now I'm just following it. If for those people who are spiritual, God rejoices when you start. You know what I'm saying? And no matter where you at with it, He's happy that you started. So think about it this way. Let's just say you were struggling and you knew you wanted to do it. As soon as you do, you be like, yes, I was waiting on you to do it. Now I can give you the blessings. That's just something you can learn from that. But
Right.
yeah, so I started it, and honestly, bro, I'm gonna drop it very soon. I got a few things I'm gonna do first before I drop it, but I must say, like, those who know, it's pretty much like pre-sold out, bro, already. So when it do drop, it's gonna drop, and I got a lot of stuff going on with Never Stop Grinding.
That's blessings, man. You never told people where they can follow you.
I'm sorry. Follow me on IG, you know what I'm saying, _JOELQ. That's what I usually be on. DM me. I'm not that type of guy. I will hit you back as long as you know what I'm saying, come in correct. Twitter, JoelQ Shy. And you can find me on Apple Music, JOELQ. Subscribe my YouTube, please. I need some more, man. I'm trying to get that 1K so I can, you feel me? But that's Joel Q Official, you know what I'm saying? No spaces. Subscribe, please. And yeah, everything Joel Q.